And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Man, Black Lou couldn't be blacker right now if he was petting a panther in a velvet painting.
That'd be pretty awesome.
He's got his to-go food and a big old jar of hot sauce right next to it. Dynamite. That's what that meme should say. Hey, everyone. It's The Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson. That over there is the new and improved, more human than human.
When you text that to me, it just...
I texted the dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, it was just fucking stuck in my head for the whole day.
The new and improved Laser Eyes Soder.
Yeah, T1000 motherfuckers.
Is it blowing your mind?
It's crazy. If anyone, people who have had LASIK told me about it, and they're like, it's fucking crazy. You're going to see, and you're like, yeah, I got it. I think I got it. And then you just wake up, and it's like you can look everywhere and see.
It's funny, like the litmus test for that in New York, though, you went outside and you were like, no parking from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Mondays and Thursdays? I can't believe I can see. Oh my God, Tuesdays only? That was a Tuesdays only the whole time? Our guest, one half of SDR, because the other half is always on this show, Ralph Sutton, everybody.
Hey.
Come on.
SDR show, half owner, probably at some point going to be controlling owner.
Well, I was going to say the fiscal force behind Gas Digital.
Let's not forget former strip club DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Party promoter,
radio host, rock and roll guy, Shiprocked, the host of Shiprocked.
Yeah, for 10 years now. Jesus, it's a lot of stuff.
Ralph Sutton. Oh yeah, man, you're a jack off of all trades.
I'm the redheaded stepchild of Big J's other shows.
Yeah, you're the basement brother that we don't know about.
You can't be the stepchild when you're the owner of the company which pays us.
Dude, that's so funny though. That's like we always go hang out at this place, and you go, you know the owner's son that sometimes I talk to? He's my half brother. Weird. Really? What? Oh my God! I knew you had full brothers on Legion of Skanks, and I knew I was a step brother, but I didn't know you had a half brother.
A half brother the whole time.
Half brother.
My dad fucked a chick when he was on leave,
but she. So she's pretty cool about it. They live in the neighborhood, so my dad can see them. We hang out at the roller rink. Yeah, dude.
Ralph's like the Schwarzenegger and the maid kid.
Yeah.
Yes, and the whole team is in full force. It's good to be here. I had a long weekend, but a great one.
Grand Rapids, birthplace and hometown of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Yeah, that's right. I always forget that. You point that out every time.
Yeah.
I had a hell of a weekend there, man. That place is so cool.
Yeah, I did the Laugh Fest there before. It's a great club.
I was in and out of that. You did Dr. Grin's. You did Laugh Fest?
Dr. Grin's.
You did Rock on the Range? That's what you were there for the whole weekend?
Well, no. So Grand Rapids, that's in Columbus, Ohio. Okay. So I was in Grand Rapids Thursday. I got there. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was long and it flew by, which is difficult to explain, but it's in this. No place, with the exception of Stanford and Sons, has so much press. It's in 7 a.m. till 1 p.m.
That's crazy.
Press. They have you do Friday. So you get there Thursday.
People don't realize at home, it's when you go on the road to do comedy shows, you have to do press because we're not famous and you're not selling out.
You can't say we're not selling out on the name before we get there.
Yeah, and your management is setting it up before time.
The club sets it up.
The club sets it up.
So the club's usually responsible. Helium has a wonderful PR, Meredith, who is awesome.
She's great.
She's great. So she does all the Helium clubs. Mm-hmm. You know you're going to talk to Meredith that week. You're going to set up your press. Sometimes you go to a club and you don't know what you're going to get into. Sometimes the club's like, no press. And when you hear that on a Thursday, you're like, I get to sleep in on Friday.
Right.
Friday.
Then you also have a thing, though, where you're like, no press, and you're like, they're going to be upset when this crowd's not full.
Yeah. They go, I don't think they know what I can draw. And it's going to be, some waitresses are going to get sent home.
And also because the press, Ralph, is more set up to promote the club in general.
Right, but you've said many times that you do these morning shows that you know are going to do nothing for you.
Nothing. I did it. I did like Good Morning, Grand Rapids on Fox TV.
Right. So
they move only people that see me on that are the people that know me, and they're like, it'll be funny to watch him on this show.
But they have it's not going to help make any difference.
But rock radio stations stations are good. Morning shows are good because you go in and you get to be funny, and people like you see the payoff. You see people coming to the shows and like, I heard you on fucking Buzz and Scooter, and you were funny when I was driving to work, so I was like, fuck.
I've done oldie stations. I've done.
That's just going to do nothing.
Sports stations kind of don't do anything.
So what's funny is when I went up to Portland, sometimes you get in early enough coming from the East Coast. You get in early on Portland because you take an early flight here or whatever. They have you do TV in the afternoon on Thursday. For some reason, I was in San Francisco sitting with my grandma, so I went up to Portland, missed TV, and they reached out. And they're like, hey, do you want to do morning radio, morning TV, and then come back in the afternoon and do sports radio and afternoon TV? And I was like, well, can I just call in the sports radio show? And they're like, yeah, you can call in. We don't care. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing afternoon TV because it's bringing no one. It's bringing no one.
And it breaks your day up.
And it breaks your day.
Also, doing morning TV is different. When you get, like, even if it's like 5 radio things, you're like, well, whatever, I'll throw my sweatpants or my shorts and just like go. But when they're like, you're going to be on, you wake up. I mean, you can only give yourself.
I don't have to wake up.
You have to wake up. You have to wake up 15 minutes before you go to press.
Is it part of the like deal? Like, you're contractually obligated, or you just look like an asshole if you don't do it?
You can be like, you can put your foot down and be like, I'm not doing that, because like my buddy in Oregon was like, hey, let's go. My wife works for the Nike, so we can go to the Nike employee store, which I'm never going to go do again. And he's like, we can walk around campus. We'll meet her for lunch. It'll be this whole thing. Like, I'll walk you around the Nike campus. And I said no to the TV thing. I'm like, no. And then I get a DM from the lady that runs the TV thing because I did it last year when I was out there, and she was like, pretty disappointed you're not coming on my show. And it's like, you just have to let that one slide. You're like, that I can't let that affect. I know you don't understand, but I was being nice being on your show. You know what I mean? It's like a weird. But when he says 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., that means that's a full day. That means like crazy. Boston has a crazy one.
And I had someone, which is a weird thing. They reached out to me on Facebook Messenger,
Asgard Radio,
looking for you.
It's the guy from Shiprock.
Oh, is that who? I didn't know who it was.
You know, he's the older guy.
I have the worst memory recognition.
If you saw him, you'd know exactly who he is. He's an older guy. Him and his wife are on the ship every year. He's got glasses, like a kind of a chubby dude with like he's got like mullet hair, but it's gray, totally gray. Nice. If you saw him, you'd know exactly
a silver mullet.
Yeah, a nice silver mullet.
Silver mullet's hard to find. That's the old Randy West.
He said, he said, Ralph said he was going to reach out to you, did he? I'm like, I didn't get a really chance to check my stuff, but I'm sure he did. I was like, I don't know. But that was one of the press things I did at Rock on the Range. But either way, it was a long weekend because there's that press, and then I was just kind of up at that point. I didn't take a nap in the middle of the day.
It's so funny you say that. 2 days ago, I was at Sean Donnelly's birthday party, and I was talking to a comic about coming back after press, and that is the most unsatisfying nap you'll ever take, is when you're up at 6:15, you go do 3 radio shows, and you come back at like 10:30, and you try to sleep for like an hour and a half, and then you just wake up and you're like,
no, that's the way I said. That's
just walking around your hotel like this. It's fucking day, but I'm still tired. I'm a baby.
I found myself doing that a lot.
Fucking baby.
I found myself making this noise a lot on the road with having to wake up early when you get, there's oftentimes Saturday night, for instance, in Grand Rapids, I slept for 45 minutes, an hour maybe of real genuine sleep before I have to wake up. And that wake up to go to the airport, for 15 minutes, you are actually doing like a kid. You're doing like a, you're making, you almost want to cry. You're just like, I don't want to be standing. I hate this.
I want to be home. Why can't I just be home?
It's bitchy. But what I will say, and I will preach to this, and it worked out that I was able to get it to Grand Rapids without flying with it, was, I don't want to shout the kid's name because I guess he's a comic in Grand Rapids, but the first night I got there, I was like, hey, is there anywhere to get some weed or something tonight?
Yeah.
And they go, oh, this comic kid's got it probably for sure. And he gave it to me, or I got some from him, and I rolled it. And then in my room the next day, I said, whatever this strain, I got to find it out what it is. I know the strains don't really mean much of shit anyway, but whatever this batch was he gave me.
Oh, yeah, Northern Tarantula?
It was, I just want to tell you, can you, I'm going to go off microphone for a second. Talk to Ralph for 1 second.
Is it sativa or indica? You're not a
weed guy, but a fan of SDR, which is, I imagine, is completely illegal, so I don't want to say their name. They mailed a box of about 400 distillate that you put in
oils?
The oils in different packages. Say this is a hybrid, this is a sativa, and it's just a big box of every single type you can imagine.
Where's this box right now?
Underneath my bed. It's hidden because I don't want the animals of Gas Digital to see it yet. I gave
What
Jay.
about-
You took some, right? I mean,
With the oils?
you did. You did not take any. When I showed it to you on.
I didn't end up taking any of that.
Okay. There's so many.
why don't you guys
Come
take some
by.
oils?
I have so much of it right now.
Yeah.
I'm
You
never
gotta
going to
keep it
give it
from
to
those gas digital pieces of shit. But this particular strain this guy gave me was so good. This is a real thing. This is my Friday.
Okay.
My Friday after, because here's the thing.
By the way, potheads out there that aren't comics, just know that it's as great as it sounds when you get hit with some real great weed on the road, because you're like, well, this weekend has a little glow to it.
Oh, it does. So this guy,
It's like it
and
makes
I was
the whole thing. When you're a pothead on the road and you get good weed, you're like, oh.
didn't smoke any Thursday night when I
Yeah.
got it, because I just I think I went outside and somebody else was like, hey, can I smoke you up? And I was like, sure. It's Friday, waking up early, grumpy. You actually go back to the hotel. This actually makes it worse. You go back to the hotel for like a weird hour and a half, and then you go back out to do more things.
No.
It sucked.
No,
So
no, you Kurt Russell tombstone that shit. No. Like, can you stop walking across a river yelling that at me?
once I just kind of figured out, I'm like, I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to sleep, so it's going to suck. I could sleep. I knew I could sleep in on Saturday.
Did you do the foot kick thing? I always do that when I know I'm going to have to get up when I can't sleep and I know I'm up. I go, I just do like a foot flutter, like, fuck.
Cut to, I smoked. I was like, oh, I'm up, so let me just I'll smoke a little. I'll jump in the shower. Mm-hmm. I'll smoke. I'll jump in the shower. I'll come out. I'll play. I got God of War now on Buzz. I'm playing God of War. I was like, I'll enjoy the rest of the day until I go to the shows.
Yeah. By the way, let me just say this as a comic.
Yeah.
Great. It's a great day. What he just said right there, I go, yeah, if you got a food situation locked up, you got a new video game, you got your PlayStation 4.
I have to get God of War. I haven't gotten it yet. I heard it's great. But anyway,
Yeah. I want you to experience something like this, Ralph, myself, because I've watched you do, we've played it on the show before, even like you smoked
and I passed out.
weed and you had a seizure.
I've watched it, and it's
people watch that. I get that all the fucking time.
It's hilarious.
we'll tweet it out at the Bonfire.
But that's happened, and I've seen you get giggly on weed or drugs before, and kind of you're like me, and that we're both not real big drugs guys.
Well, for my
Dave's face is the screen
Dave,
grab of that.
Dave has a real concern. Look at
great guy.
Yeah, he really cared.
Really,
I was a great guy there.
You're a great guy, but hold on. But Dave just looks so hot.
He's so hot though. He's so sexy.
He's just so hot.
I can't argue that. He was concerned, maybe less concerned, but definitely more sexy.
He's like
sexy.
firefighter hot. You're like paramedic hot.
I'm EMT.
Yeah, you're first responder hot.
So I have a Duresta thing about me.
I definitely feel comforted.
So I smoke that weed. I'm in the shower and I go, oh, you know what? Usually my thing always, the background for me in showers and everything is Stern. I listen to Howard Stern.
Okay.
And I was just a little inspired. I was like, you know what? Actually, when I smoked, I played a little of the video game before the shower. So I smoked, and in the middle of playing the game, I was like, you know what? I said, I want to listen to Stern. I want to put on a little music. And I put on 80s kind of poppy music.
Great.
To listen to, and a lot of singing along, right?
Yeah.
Then take the Beats pill into the bathroom.
Always do that. That's my
to listen to music while I take a shower.
That's all I do.
And
it's my favorite thing in the world.
Dude, I was listening to these 80s pop hits, and do you have to believe we are magic? Olivia Newton-John.
Olivia Newton-John.
I'm dancing. I'm not dancing to be funny like you're alone. It's kind of funny. I'm dancing where I was saying to myself at points, I'm like, man, you know what? You should dance publicly more.
I got moved.
I said to myself, Jay, you should dance a lot more public.
When you start feeling it, and people don't understand this about music in the showers. One time I got in trouble because I was listening to a Chance the Rapper song and I kept laughing about the Lil Wayne verse in it.
Yeah.
And I was just doing it out loud because there's this part where he goes, that's how he starts it. Where he goes,
it's like
I got problems bigger than these boys. My
like
deposit's so big they be on steroids.
and he goes,
it's like the intervention girl. Where
So Lil Wayne makes this noise where in the middle of his verse he goes, and I kept doing that till I was laughing. But people don't understand music in the shower is the shit. When you're high, smoke a bowl, put on good music, and get in the shower. There's no way you'll be angry.
But at
It's the
least
best
you're
way to
talking
clean
about
yourself.
Lil Wayne, Chance the Rapper songs. This is me in a.
Do you
I mean,
know
dude,
what?
shoulders going, Dan.
Guess who got into fucking Yacht Rock Pandora because I play it in the shower all the time? Mike Vecchione. He's mid-90s Mike, by the way. When he's in the shower music, it's always like Candlebox.
Cracker Low.
Cracker Low. I said, get it low. Yeah, it's
I'll be with you, girl.
Dude, I mean, I walked in yesterday into the house after going to dinner with my uncle, and Vecchione was coming out of the shower to mid-90s rock. And I was like, it's perfect. But silly, fun music when you're high in the shower is the best.
Now, do you have the other song I told you to bring on?
Christopher Cross's Sailing might be right there. Oh.
So,
okay.
He's so shy?
dude, this comes on. This was the sign. This should be the commercial for this guy's weed, if ever there was one. I ended up telling this on stage. This song comes on. This is probably the third. Grab the phone and push back to start it over again.
Hell yeah.
3 of these in this song.
Well, first off, you're not doing it right because you got to dry your hand a little.
Yes,
the side towel.
No,
and
now
then
I'm
you
out of the shower, in my towel, putting on clothes, doing my dailies.
This
what
is
I have to do.
Dailies to music. Let me tell you this, man. I understand you listen to Stern. I think Stern's perfect for video games. That's where I like to listen to podcasts and shit. Bathing to music just makes your day better.
Yeah,
it just really does.
You
So
might
now
be right.
now when I take a shower without music,
It feels weird.
it's boring.
It feels empty.
Turn this up.
It feels stale. Or
Cut
cold.
to. Dude, I'm naked. Naked in my hotel room. Not wet anymore. I've dry. I've been doing it so long. I mean, dancing while I'm opening my Preparation H suppository and going, he's so shy, while I'm fingering this thing up my own asshole. Never breaking stride of happiness. He's so shy. I was like, oh.
You know, the
I
irony.
stood up and I was like, it's going to come back out. And I had to dig back over. I mean, I never stopped singing. Yeah,
That's just, and by the way, that's just pure irony that you're singing a song called
He's so shy. No, that's the best song for He's so shy.
It's in there.
I don't know if it's because I have like severe OCD and control issues that I've never felt that joy from weed at all.
Oh,
I
man.
just don't get it.
Try this recipe though. For anyone that has a problem,
Shoving a Preparation A up my asshole?
just go
Yes.
right to it. Don't even smoke the weed. Just shove something up your ass.
You'll find your joy up there.
But what I was saying is, I think people that have panic problems with weed, it's because you're in public.
It's not a panic problem. I just get comatose. Like
Well, I'm saying try next time if you're like, I kind of want to smoke pot again. Get high before you take a shower and listen to music, fun music, not sad music.
It's right, because the problem is it can be what you let your brain attach to.
Yeah.
Any weed you smoke, the down or the up, the sativa or the indica, I guess, either one, if you aren't doing something, I like it for video games. I never have a bad time.
I like it for life.
A problem can be like not having music or anything, and you just get in your own head of thinking. It will make things worse.
One
for sure.
time in like, actually 2 times I could think of was both with the flat earther I used to date, Samantha, where I enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
One was with an edible with her New Year's Eve, and one was having sex with her in my house. Where it felt like it was just enough. I usually feel from one hit that it's already, it's too much for me. Now I really feel too out of it.
I thought you were going to say the second time was she convinced you the earth was flat.
Oh, no, she probably could have convinced me of anything.
He goes, you know what? I don't know if that weed's so good, but I kind of think she's making a good point.
I'll tell you what,
She makes a lot of
this
points.
girl was so doofy, and I bet Ralph, though, I can guarantee at some point Ralph said to her when she was going for it, he goes, I mean, I guess I could see that. I think you gave her at least, I goes, I mean, it's worth looking into.
Guys, you never think about that because conspiracy theorists are women, and there's dudes that fucking put up with their weird, goofy conspiracy
The only,
theories.
tell you
the only
what.
people that believe in horoscopes are women, and guys that want to fuck
By
women
the
that believe in
way,
horoscopes.
I don't want to a lot of people think Sandy Hook actually happened.
And there's a guy going, yeah,
She's taking her
there are a lot of
titties out.
actors.
You know what? Not one guy's ever said to me, "Oh, you're such a Capricorn."
She's taking her titties out, and she's like, I mean, because if you really think about it, like, there's so much to be gained by people thinking the world's a circle, but it's probably flat. He's like, I don't know, I don't want to get in there. And she's like, I mean, it's just like, it could be flat, right? He's like, I mean, look, I'm not an astronaut. I can't tell. Maybe the world's flat.
I've never been out. I've never been in outer space. Come here. Let's talk about that later.
I actually said to her,
Look at that though. Like when you look at the sky, where is it round? It's not round.
You go, yeah.
I was convinced at one point the elevator was going to open and Ralph was going to be in like he was going to be dressed like the Pagwan tree Rajneesh, and just like with a crystal in the middle of his head. He goes, "She said keeps cancer away."
I told you one time we went to go see that movie. I think Arrival. You know the movie Arrival?
Yeah.
And the big spaceship lands, and she turns to me and goes, "You know the real one was a lot bigger." I'm like, "God damn it!"
How good was that sex? Though?
She was great. She was great. So beautiful.
I feel like sex from that person is someone that can just let go.
Yeah,
just be like, what do you want to do? Whereas like I'm always like every 5 seconds during sex I'm going, what are you doing, Soder?
Well, here's the thing. You thought when you'd meet her, you'd think she was just like a dipshit hot chick.
Yeah.
And then whenever she got to yammering, you wouldn't even have to dig. She'd start telling you, you're like, oh, now I get why you're with Ralph. She's like, oh yeah, I have a kid. I'm like, where's your kid when you're over here? She's like, he doesn't live with me. And you're like,
is that state ordered?
She's like, he fell off the edge of the earth.
I found where the sidewalk ends, and then I hung my son over it.
He's just floating in space like Clooney in Gravity.
She goes, I hope he's like a barnacle and just sucked onto the bottom. I'll probably try to go down there and grab him.
I figure if it's meant to be, he'll find his way back to Middle Earth.
Oh, dude, I love a chick that just doesn't even blink through a custody question. She goes, he doesn't live with me. And you go,
she was not shaken by the thing at all.
You go,
She's like, no, he doesn't live with me. He lives with his dad. She's like, how's he going to live with me with all this cock I'm sucking? There's not enough room in my apartment.
The first time she blew me, she was really good at that. She goes, after I came, she goes, tell me you don't believe in chakras.
That's so funny.
And I said, right now I believe in anything you say.
Oh, wait, was she trying to get you to believe in chakras?
Yeah, she was showing me like that.
She goes, that's your cock chakra.
That's like the cosmic energy somehow was from her mouth to my penis.
That's so funny. If that really could convince me of a lot. If a girl goes, I'm going to show you the benefits of a gluten diet by sucking your dick. I'm all, whoa, the concentration.
Get the bread away from me.
I would love to fly on the wall like a Ralph date with one of these like 22, 23-year-old.
Is that who you
like
mostly
chicks.
date?
I'd say rarely is it where a 3 is the first digit.
Really?
Yeah, rarely.
I like some fucking.
But I'm saying because I know Ralph's
I like some burnt
subjects.
grease on my pots.
I
like
could take
a 33.
I could take comfortably say. I think it's with you too, Dan. Too. There's people you know in your life. We were like, you know what, dude? It's 9 hours away, but let's just drive it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I'm
I think
that guy.
me and Ralph can talk for 9 hours. I feel like I could talk with you for 9 hours straight. I'm just curious. I feel that because I feel like I know Ralph's subjects. I know Ralph's things we're going to talk about, and I just couldn't see him sitting there like, where do you learn the stuff to talk to a 24-year-old about? Because I'm saying, I know you can't just do what you're going to do. Like, you know, I met Dawkins back in '87. It was pretty cool.
I was born when Clinton was impeached.
You know, because you actually said you'd listen to music in the shower. I listen purposefully to pop radio, so I know what's going on in music.
Fucking hunter.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a creepy hunter.
Sharpening his arrows.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just dialects on it. He just has an Urban Dictionary podcast with a thought is, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
got it.
Bay.
Learning.
B-A-E.
Before
Bay.
what does it mean?
For anyone else.
Before I love that you stepped right
Bam,
in.
bam.
Oh, dude, you fucking walking in. You're like a vampire hunter, but for
absolutely.
dumb young hot
Look,
girls.
I'm 48. I'm not in great shape.
48?
Yeah, I'm
Good
48.
for you. You
Not-
look a great 48,
oh,
buddy.
Thank you so much. And you know, I just think that you work with what you have.
What is your average age that you have sex with?
Probably 25.
And you're 48.
And I'm 40.
Are
And I
they
don't lie
into that?
ever. I never lie about my age.
Are they into that? Like,
I mean, usually they have father issues. Why would they be with me? Let's be honest. You know?
You're not getting some well-rounded.
No, very rarely.
She goes, hold on, that's my dad calling. He never has to do that. He never has to deal with that once. He goes,
one time I was with this gorgeous 20-year-old, and she had the best. I told her once, oh my God, your body's so incredible. And she goes, yeah, I'm 20. Right? And
That's a great answer.
then,
That's a great answer.
She
goes, yeah, shit. Well, I'm going to go eat a cheeseburger in front of you.
She says to me that her father, who she hadn't spoken to in like 5-10 years, had reached out to her. She was going to go see him that weekend. And I called my brother and I said, yeah, that's over. Like, there's no way. And she came back and she goes, I don't think we should see each other anymore.
She patched it up.
Honey, I miss you so much.
Oh.
Come talk to Papa.
Oh, Gloria.
And then she looks over at Ralph. She says, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah,
Exactly.
He goes, Gloria, I squandered all the years watching you blossom into the woman you are, and I'm so sorry. And she goes,
She looks
Ralph.
over at Ralph, witch hazeling his face. What the fuck is
He
happening
goes,
here?
it makes it smooth. You know that? Nicki Minaj has a new album coming out. And she goes, I need to go somewhere else.
So Future's new album's a banger.
Is Trap dead?
Snapchat stories.
Dude, I love that. Do you think trap music's dead? She's like, this is so fucked up.
Who's your favorite Migos?
Yeah, man, that's like, because you have to. My old roommate Pete was like this, and you met Pete, so you know, like Ralph's.
He planned his honey, kept his quiver full of arrows he knew would work.
Dude,
that kind of thing.
Dude, Vecchione and I, one time we got super high, and I was like, Pete, can I please read your Tinder conversations? Can I just read them out loud? Dude, it's the hardest I've ever seen Vecchione laugh in my life, because I was doing every time he would do the ha ha ha, I would just go ha 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 ha, and you listen to it, and Vecchione said it perfectly. He goes, he keeps the beach ball floating until he can fuck them. So he's just like these young, crazy hot, kind of dumb women that are just like, and then I'm going to go to Europe. And he's like, ha ha ha, what an adventure. And you're like, that would kill me. In person, I'd be like, I can't, we have nothing to talk about. It's the same reason why doing comedy at colleges is pretty difficult. So it's like all these 18-year-old kids, and you're like, so I realized I was an alcoholic when I was 29. And they're like, I don't know what this is. I just can't. I feel like I can't relate. So I'm impressed when I know a guy like you can just step in and be like, fucking, like he says, quiver full of arrows.
Like I have a level of tolerance, and I don't try and make it so.
Well, that's what it is. It's a deadened thing where I'd get too irritated.
Yeah. He's like David Blaine. You just keep practicing holding his breath until he goes for the actual holding himself underwater for 2 hours.
Jay, come talk to me while I sit in this tub of ice. And he goes, "This is."
You want to keep you company when I stay on top of a telephone pole for 4 days?
This is a physical representation of my conversation with Stacy.
I'd say what's funny, and Christine will back this up, I bring all of my old man with me on everything, so I think Christine's almost giving me like a nudge of like, you're drying this girl's pussy out while we have a 20-something-year-old hanging out with us in our bedroom, and I'm making them watch Peter Cetera concerts. Christine's almost looking at me, she's like, Jay, she's like, what? I mean, the girl goes to the bathroom, she's like, can you please put on we always put on like
College Rock
station.
So
I put on the pop. I always put on the TV channel for pop. Whatever the pop hits are.
So when the girls blow me, I can look over her shoulder and go, I'm like, oh, I didn't know Vampire Weekend had a new album.
Go, oh, hold on. You go, yeah, that feels so good. That feels so good. You go, oh, Miley's stuff took a different direction.
Soder, could you even relate to college kids when you were a college kid though? It's like, did you feel like a grizzled war vet by the time you were 18?
As my friend Danny Garrett, as Beret said.
Why do you think that?
Just a dead parent, like it's like a little different relation. Drinker.
Because Arizona was like a very like bright-eyed, fucking rich parent, kind of like, we're going out. Do you have a credit card? You want to go? And I'm in jean shorts and a liquor T-shirt, and I'm like, you want to smoke resin behind Circle K? Like, no. And then I'm like, okay.
Like, what?
Yeah. No, I mean, that was the brakes got hit on me when I moved to Tucson to go to school at the University of Arizona, coming from like my neighborhood where it was like, middle class suburbs, going and then being like, we're going to go drink vodka tonics and eat Xanny bars at this guy's house off campus. And I'm like, I bought a gram on Thursday, and I think I have a bowl left. Do you want to drink some ice houses that I have in my beanbag chair right now? And it was just a completely. I was more like a divorced dad than they were like having fun. So that's why
I'm total old man.
I was like 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was. I picked up a girl that was. I think she was really young, like maybe 22.
That's
23.
how old you are. You call it picked up.
Yeah, I picked her up. As we said, she was really young, like 11, and she was coming out of middle school.
And he goes, I did the swoop down, pick up,
and we went to Vegas for the weekend, and I just knew I was going to have to suck it up for a weekend because I'm going to have to pretend.
Dude, I can't do that.
And we went out like till 5 a.m. at a club.
I can say everyone that I have sex with. I can honestly say that everyone I have sex with, I enjoy enough as a person to like hang out with. Because
that's interesting, and we should take our first break. When we come back, I want to talk about that because Ralph's big on that. The very cold, keeping them around for several days, which is very interesting.
That's so crazy.
My only story of that is like so haywire. So.
I mean, since I stopped drinking, it's been almost impossible for me to hang out with someone that I genuinely am annoyed by.
I don't say I've ever been there. I mean, that I'm annoyed by. Annoyed is just harsh. For me, it takes a lot to get to the point where I'm really. Look, I have 45 people.
They are annoying. You just have a high tolerance.
I have 45 people in my house every week, and I can still deal with it.
There's no way I can do that. When Vecchione uses the NutriBullet to early in the morning, I think about fighting them.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
I figure son of a bitch with that low center of gravity, I can't take him down.
I go, that wrestling background, I'm going to need a weapon.
Let's take our first break. We're hanging out with Ralph Sutton, the godfather of Gas Digital Networks.
I love that. Please start calling him that just to piss off Lewis.
Oh, yeah. The godfather.
Yeah. Oh, godfather.
The godfather of Gas Digital Network.
What an honor it is to have you here.
Congrats,
sir.
by the way, on the new studio, which is fucking beautiful. I got to go see it live. I've seen the pictures, and I saw when it was before it was
It's so
done.
close. We're like a week and a half away.
It's pretty exciting, man. So we're hanging out with Ralph Sutton, everybody. We'll be right back. It's... Yeah. That's Tool all day on the Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson. Laser Eyes Soder. The godfather of Gas Digital, Ralph Sutton, joins us.
Oh, the oil tycoon.
Yes,
The blood
It's
that
the
flows
man.
through the veins of what Gas
I
Digital
would
is.
call him the fiscal champion of the entire operation.
Some say Mind Fuhrer of
whoa.
podcasting.
I make all the interns call me that.
Mind Fuhrer? Mind Fuhrer, yes.
As a Christian white male, not cool, bro. Back to the song "Hooker with a Penis." Oh, yeah, get out of my room, Mark. I always love music that sounds like you fucking slam your door on your stepdad.
Oh yeah, but dude, we went last night.
Yeah, you guys fucking saw Tool rock on the range, Columbus, Ohio.
It is funny when you watch a band like Tool. I like Godsmack very much.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm a fan, and I like their
Sully, fucking Massachusetts kid.
show. I like their show.
They're
They really.
supposed to do SDR very soon. Next time he comes to
fucking
New York.
A,
They really-
well.
Yeah,
Now-
he's great. No, I'm not, it was nothing. I was shitting on him. But it is just funny though, like the difference. I wonder if everyone in music, when you like. You know, you do your thing. You're like, I nail. I've seen people like Rob Zombie's an example of that too. It's so like a thing that's very unique.
Yeah.
And it's very them. I think Godsmack has that too. But when you realize so much rock is just like, you know how ZZ Top kind of like
No, watch your goddamn
makes
mouth.
fun of themselves almost, and that like we just play three chords. All of our songs just three chords, and we just kind of sing the same song over and over again. They sort of say that about
Well,
themselves.
Slayer was notorious for that. They found it amusing how their fans got so passionate about what they do, and they're like, I don't know, they carve our names into their arms. What are we gonna tell you?
Yeah. Well, I wonder if these bands, if you're like a Godsmack and your songs are all like, you know, I stand aloof.
Oh, dude, that's
or like,
one
you know,
of-
it's all those like, you know, it's like, get the fuck away from me.
Why are you looking at me?
And Rob
I
Zombie-
don't like you. It really is.
Oh, by the way, Godsmack and every one of their songs wants you to go away.
That's so funny, dude. It's
They have so
fucking-
many songs like,
It's through,
get away.
It's through the door rock.
Yeah.
Hey, are you feeling all right, buddy? You want to come out and talk? Just leave. Stop
I prefer
talking.
if you go away.
Put the dinner at the door and walk away.
Sir, I'm sorry your card didn't go through. I got to get cash from you. I'm saying go away.
Yeah, come on. It's all music that you just go, come on, come out and talk about it. It'll make it better. I said leave. I don't want to speak about it.
I'm worried about you, Sully. You don't sound good in there. I'm doing a bad ham. I'm doing a bad ham.
Are you doing an Adam Sandler impression now?
I'm doing a bad ham.
Yeah, Turkey Day.
Turkey D. Any band that has to go before a band like Tool, you just almost feel shitty for them because it's going to make your shit look like you're 12-year-olds who just started a band in your garage.
Yeah, if you only play 3 chords or a majority of your songs are 3 to 5 chords, and then Tool comes out, you go, wow.
Never seen.
They go, this is a band that puts their lead singer in the back.
Danny Carey, the drummer, should. I don't know how we saw him backstage at one point. He's tall and like, you know, slim-ish guy.
Kissable?
But very kissable. But I thought how he's not jacked. It's impossible for me to know. There's not one song where he just plays a drum beat. Every song is he's constant. I mean, look at the kit. It's insane.
His core strength has to be off the chart.
If you watch a video of him like just playing like you know, what do you call it, like clinics and stuff. I mean, it's fucking. I mean, he's got a whole electric drum kit on top of his drum kit.
You're super into drummers. Yeah. Is Danny Carey the best?
I mean, Portnoy's up there. Come on. I mean, Portnoy's one of the best, right? I mean,
Theater.
Another one. But I mean, I put him, and I like Jimmy Chamberlain also.
From Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good.
Really? I never even heard that.
Godsmack's drummer.
I'll send you a video, blow your mind.
The funnest drummer I've ever seen. He's not known as an amazing drummer. Is this guy Zoltan, and he just plays with a lot of 80s rock bands. He's not super famous, but he does things I've never seen drummers do, where he takes his sticks and he threw them to the right of the stage, and then caught sticks from the left of the stage, and then started playing again.
That's pretty badass.
Just really showman like no one else.
Yeah,
maybe not the best drummer, but the most fun I've ever seen.
Vince Neil's guy over here.
Yeah, he was Vince Neil's guy for a while. He's not anymore. But
look, he's walking around the kit. That does look
he
fun.
does so much fun stuff.
That does look, and I like the throw then catch going. Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
he does
When
that.
I got to see Dave Grohl drum for Them Crooked Vultures with Josh Homme and John Paul Jones, and I got close for that. I was like third row at Electric Factory in Philly.
Oh yeah.
And watching Dave Grohl that close, he had these motorcycle gloves on, and he was just fucking. You're like, he was just flying around. That you're like, this is so awesome. Like, because Dave Grohl, when you see Foo Fighters, you see him play the guitar.
Sure,
sometimes
but no,
he drums a little, but to drum a whole set and to fucking just spend it all there. And John Theodore from Queens of the Stone Age is also a fun guy. He was on Mars. He was in Mars Volta.
Mars Volta was cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a Danny Carey thing where they have put a drum cam? Danny Carey drum cam.
Is that Jack Black in the front?
Yeah, with Tenacious D.
Yeah, they're doing a second Pick a Destiny. I just heard that.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Really?
I loved that HBO Go having the original Tenacious D's. They're still
Those are great.
Still great. Still really fucking hold up.
Is this it? You could probably do a
This
particular
looks like
song.
security camera.
Yeah, this isn't a good copy of it. Just do another drum cam. Do like 46-2 or something. I mean, because they have great video of that. He is unbelievable. He's like a goofily tall guy.
Yeah.
Like
me?
6'8". No, he's like 6'8" or something. He's really tall. When he walked by, I do the thing. Christine let me down again. I was like, it's Danny Carey right there. She went, I go, the drummer from Tool. She was like, oh yeah, okay.
Well, I missed him at that point.
What if he would have gone, he's a real housewife from Glendale? Which?
Wow.
Who's he married to? Svetlana?
We've
or
been
Anna?
offered those like a half a dozen times for SDR, like the Real Housewife of something.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
No, there's no reason for it.
I mean, he is. We're gonna put the video out at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter. We'll tweet out the video. But Danny Carey, he is jacked. I mean, he's in fucking crazy shape.
I mean, there's not one song they play where he's just doing like the simple like hi hat,
Right, 4/4 beat.
Yeah.
Thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I mean, everything's like he's nonstop going.
He's way beyond paradiddles.
Yeah, Para did. He's, I mean, such a talented band. But that band, I mean, Tool last night just fucking.
I've never
blew
seen him
my-
live.
I felt like, and
I'm
I was
super
able-
jealous.
So the guy who was featuring for me, Zach Martin, a very funny guy. I'll shout him out in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
He was driving there to Rock on the Range. I didn't know the guy who was featuring for me was going to be on the show and Rock on the Range too. He was on the show.
So he does a Saturday and
So
Sunday.
I gave him my butthole fingering weed to bring, and he brought that. So I got to smoke that weed that's so enjoyable.
That's fucking
with Christine
great. At
and
the
watch
concert.
Tool.
Do you have any more of it left? No.
We gave
You know
our
what's funny?
we gave our driver.
Because I'd like
this
to
morning.
try. Well, if it's great weed, I'd like to know what it feels like.
I'd almost ask this comic if he would be willing to try to figure out setting it.
When I had those,
it's so good.
When I had those incognitos,
Mm-hmm.
those cigarette joints, and I think I told the story on the show where it was my coolest thing I've ever seen Ari Shaffir do. I've seen Ari Shaffir do a lot of cool shit. Coolest thing I've ever saw him do was just
Smoke with his dick hole.
Yep, and that was when I knew he was the one. No, the security guard made me throw away my pack of joints. I had 7 incognitos in a Camel Lights pack, and I threw them in the garbage can, and I was like, fuck, I'm done. And then as Ari finishes getting searched, he walks by the trash can, just reaches in, grabs them, and keeps walking. But we had those joints for 9 Inch Nails and Tribe Called Quest, and that was awesome because it was great weed, and you were like excited that you're like, oh, we got Colorado legal pot to smoke and watch 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, I'll tell you this. Here you go, Ralph. Let's take this call. Adam in Connecticut wants you to know that Mike Portnoy is a pretentious drummer.
Whoa.
Good drummers know he sucks.
Oh,
Adam, you there?
Welcome to Drum Talk on the Bonfire.
Mike Portnoy is pretty awful. I mean, he's all right. He's reasonably decent, but that, like, for example, I saw Dream Theater one time at the Oakdale.
That was your fault.
And
I'm kidding.
and the guy at the, I don't know, like somewhere like in the middle of the set, the guy takes his shoe off, throws it into the audience, which is kind of weird in itself, and then like goes out and gets it back.
I mean, don't confuse douchebaggery with talent. Those are two different things.
Oh God! Well, actually, this said actually, I think he's been very nice.
He's super nice to us. I love him. I think he's a great dude. But I was saying, I think he's putting in his personal feeling that he didn't like the shoe incident
for the talent
versus the talent. I think that you'd be hard pressed to find people that say he's not a great drummer.
I mean,
we just found Adam very quickly.
Adam,
he hates it for the wrrong reason.
He came to us
for the wrong reason. Like he's a horrible drummer. He fucked my girlfriend. That doesn't make him a horrible drummer.
He goes, I go. Mike Portnoy, garbage. Owes me $50. Shit drummer.
That guy's a real shit face.
Yeah.
Do you think Danny Carey is amazing?
Danny Carey is extremely good. I mean,
never threw a shoe.
Never once.
Never thrown a shoe, exactly.
He would wipe out the front row. It's got to be a size 20 shoe.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
enormous, man.
That guy's got a third drumstick. Oh, my cough. Oh, yeah, this guy's awesome. I forgot about this fucking guy.
Oh, let's never forget the world's greatest drummer, Wrong Gig. Adam, thanks for the call.
No problem.
You're spreading the word. Down with Mike Portnoy.
Boo, all you Portnoys out there, we're coming for you.
You've seen this guy before, right?
No, I've never seen this guy.
What?
Come on, Ralph.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
You're such an old man, you forgot you had the internet for the last 20 years? This guy's amazing. This is one of the funniest things ever.
That's
because
cool.
He's not joking, by the way.
Yeah,
No, he's
funny.
playing his dick off.
I mean, we've heard this one so many times. Frank and Callie says, we don't take the call, but he says he saw the drummer from Slipknot cover for Korn's drummer. It was amazing. And he's probably talking about when it was Joey Jordison, because that did happen for a while. Joey Jordison's a great drummer. But a lot of people complained about him. He can't slow down to play to a click.
I'm so musically inept that I just, whenever I see anybody doing music.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
at
too.
all. You could be okay or the greatest ever, and I'd be like, that is
For me, it's more about showmanship than anything else. I just want to enjoy watching the show.
So if you were a comic, you'd like whip the mic. And
Yeah,
be like,
oh yeah. That's it. You guys don't do that on stage? I've never seen you guys.
Ralph, act out
Ralph
city.
slapstick Sutton. Everything goes, whoop, did I fall again coming to the microphone?
Oh,
sorry.
Tumble up. Hand him up.
There he goes.
He does the thing where he pops up.
Now here's a drummer right here, buddy. And I don't know, Ray, just, everyone's going to say this guy toured with Korn and Ray. But I mean, I think he's unbelievable.
Ray's great.
He's a fucking unbelievable drummer.
So
man.
fun to watch. The first time I saw them, my eyes just kept jetting from Jonathan Davis to Ray.
I don't know if he's a good drummer, but one time for a KFMA show, fall ball, we had the Strokes, and their drummer, I don't know how good he is, but he just did the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah.
And he smoked a cigarette while drumming the entire song.
That's pretty awesome.
And he was just drumming, but then on side stage, and you just see it dangling in his mouth, and the ember light up, and then drop, and then come out of his nose and mouth while he was playing the song.
That's what kind of got me about Mumford & Sons lead singer, man, was that he was like smoking the whole time. We were bothering. I thought it was pretty badass. I was like, I don't know. Because he went over and played drums for a little bit.
Yeah, the kick drum on...
no, he put his kick drum while he's singing. But then he went up on the thing and actually played a little bit of drums while they're in the middle of a song and like never broke.
When a drummer sings, that's amazing because they even have the breath to sing.
Yeah, that's
The
crazy.
lead singer,
That's
2
amazing.
Cents, man.
Yeah,
2
that
Cents.
really blows my
When I was
mind.
on tour with them and Korn, those are the guys that were the band,
Yeah.
my special, obviously. Adam, the lead singer of the band, for the first half of the show, played drums on metal. Insane.
And doesn't sound like they're going to pass out while they're singing. It's amazing.
I'm just amazed by even with rappers that rappers can do that, and then the breath control where you're like, that's fuck. I'd be like, bleh.
Speaking of rappers, I may have a new love affair, and,
Little Weezy?
and I want to take our second break. I can't believe how fast the show's going.
I'm Little Weezy.
6:55. You have to leave.
I have to leave.
No, why?
Yeah, I have a 7:30 meeting at the new Gas Digital Studios.
Right.
The godfather of Gas Digital, Ralph Sutton, the lifeblood of Gas Digital.
And here's what I'll tell you, Ralph, before you go. Well, one, obviously, of course, I love you, and please come back again soon. I'm just going to make this statement, and then I'll come back to you later with another time. Saw Yelawolf perform.
Yeah, I've seen him perform.
I heard his name before.
Bumbershoot.
I've heard his name before. I don't know what his I assumed it was some sort of rap.
Yeah.
Didn't know much about him, what he looked like or anything. Heard him from about 100 yards away and was kind of looking. You could see him on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, it was one of the outside stages. And I was looking, and it was pretty packed over there, and they seemed to be into it. And then I heard him do one of those things in rap that you do where you kind of just like lean back, and it was like with like no music behind him.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Now we should go over and watch." And we walked over there and watched. And I'm going to look into them here because I only saw a few songs, 3 or 4 songs I saw live. But when we come back, I'm going to try to find out. Let's take a journey and find out. I think I might love Yelawolf.
Okay.
There's a chance I think he might be awesome as shit.
Yeah.
He has 2 songs with Kid Rock that I had no idea.
That would totally make sense to me because
He was signed
we're in the same world.
He signed to Shady.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
And he also
He was signed to Shady Records.
I think he might be awesome. So, Ralph, I fucking love you so much, buddy. Thanks for coming and doing the show.
Thank you for
I don't think he loves you as much as he likes Yelawolf, though.
No, I have
Oh, no.
Who
I
can?
do.
How's that possible?
No, I love you more. But can you do me a favor? Maybe in the shower, listen to some Yelawolfs when I come over. Maybe I'll fuck you if you have enough info.
If you bring me that weed, sure.
I would, dude. I gotta see if we can get it.
I'd love to like weed. I would not against it.
I just think this was so. Christine, would you describe it the same way? Maybe it didn't hit you the same way. You just thought it was weed.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was I feel like a lot of weed we've been getting is just making me like sleepy and tired. This weed made me feel like, oh, yeah, I'm high. This is
Never
fun.
had that feeling. I'd love to see what that feels like.
It was super fun. I love you, Ralph Sutton, everybody. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Happy Tool. Walking with you is enjoyable.
He's so shy. No, I can't finger my butt to that.
He's so shy.
What?
I love that you.
What'd you say, Christine?
It says Tool Music Clinic.
I've said this 3 times now to everybody. It's a music clinic. It's not a concert. That
Jay
means
also
the band. That means the band guys, not the singer, are going to go and show how they play songs and stuff.
Jay also said if we talk again, he's going to turn this car around.
Do you want me to turn the car around? Because I'll tell you what, I'll just fucking say fuck it and we'll go home. I know. Listen, Darlene, I know I'm cursing in front of the kids, but they have to listen.
The panic of being in Gen Pop almost made you go home for Tool last night.
I meant it.
Yeah.
I meant it too. I was like, I'm going to go. I feel this. Listen, I like being a part of Rock on the Range. I really do. I hope they ask me to do it every year. And if I can do it, I would always love to do it. They pay nicely and they mean well. I thought yesterday, it probably has a lot to do with Tool and their like air of mystery and keeping.
So they're like no one backstage.
Forget even backstage. We walked back, but it was just I feel like everywhere we went, we were sort of turned away and not really pleasantly.
Like, move.
I mean, even when we went to go get our catering tickets to eat.
Yeah.
You know, they were like, so-and-so is supposed to give it to you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not. They told me just to come to the production office and you didn't have. And it was like an ordeal. Like a girl had to, like, even when somebody, we knew, like, yeah, we needed a third, there's the other comic was with us, you know?
Yeah.
And they go, all right, let me see if they can get this other girl on the walkie-talkie to see if it's like, can we just have these fucking? It's peas and carrots, man.
I'm sure it's annoying when you're preparing for a band like Tool. And we ran into a thing because there was an area that there was artist access for, but then they said not comedy artist, and I didn't know if that was like an oversight or a real thing. But
just
then
a lady
Tool,
with a clipboard, she goes, "Comedians aren't artists."
Well, she let me through fine, and then when she realized it was comedy,
it was fucking weird, man. We were treated a little bit weird this time, but you're right. Well, dude, it was well worth it. And also, I think Tool keeps shit so on guard. Yeah. Like nobody on stage, nobody in artist access. No, so even the soundboard where we were at the equivalent. That's what I said. I thought Bonnaroo, man. Bonnaroo knows how to treat the artist. I will say that for sure. And they had this lounge for us, so we watched Tool and the end of Godsmack basically from. If Tool's in the end zone, we're in the opposite end zone in the corner.
Great.
But and elevated though, so looking out and
private,
private, like we had a bar, so it was fine. At the end of the day, it was fine. But if you wanted to be up close and have some sort of access as an artist, good luck. There was no chance of that at all. It was pretty bad. But
I'm just in my it's so funny because when you get to like mid-30s, I remember a concert when I was like in my early 20s, like I want to be right up there, and now I'm like,
I've
you know
never
what?
been like that.
I go, that sounds pretty goddamn enjoyable.
I used to always get right in it. Now I do like the soundboard, and this area was blocked off like it was at Bonnaroo, but I think just because of the light show and the screen show and the way that Tool, like they had it complete lockdown, only crew and producers.
Good for them.
I mean, so much stuff going on.
What's their one? It seems to be their only date this year. So it's
they did Northern, whatever it's called, Northern Rebellion or whatever. You know, they did a couple festivals this year, and he did, and probably Perfect Circle's going to tour because there's a new album.
Yeah,
he did already, actually, I think. But he said Maynard teased the Freddie Tool fans out there. Maynard said in the show that they're progressing well with the new album. However, this is a quote. He goes, "However, things are moving so fucking slow." So I don't know if they have the material already or what. But either way, man, I was so happy I was able to go and see them.
Yeah,
I actually
great, man.
Justin Silver was going to fly out, and then it got kind of expensive to just fly out for it.
Yeah.
So he ended up going, and in hindsight, I was like, I bet it would have been. He wouldn't have missed that money. He would have enjoyed it. It was that really
good of a show.
Yeah, it was
always
amazing.
great.
Man, it was just like even the songs I just didn't know very well. I'm like, they almost know that because he called that out too, Maynard. He goes, "You thought you were just going to come and hear a bunch of like
radio
of the hits?" Yeah, he's like sorry, and then just like start doing whatever. But you know, they did like.
I mean, they did a ton of hits.
They did a bunch of hits too.
You forget how many hits they had.
They did Sober one point, which got Christine very excited. That was our first ever Bonfire theme song. Was Sober.
Jacobs just did the dad reading the paper, and you tell him something, and he flips the paper over and looks at you and goes,
Nice.
That
My
is,
favorite.
you know what? That is true.
What?
That's what?
That's my favorite.
Intro so far, Sober.
Yeah.
It was a good intro.
I'm sorry we're not as young and as tight as we
Yeah, it was the only thing I filmed. I was like,
I had to pick.
Black Lou, from all this description and what you've seen in these videos, would you go to see Tool?
In a fucking heartbeat.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, he
Love
went
it.
to see Corey Feldman.
I know, but that's
I think we've established Black Lou is down to see some crazy white people
But
shit.
this isn't novelty, though. This is like really...
This is real crazy white people shit.
And I still believe it's the guitar player, Adam Jones, right? I think he's the one who does all of their special effects.
Really?
Yeah. He like their guitar players. From the beginning, he made all those videos and stuff.
He
But
was the one that made those?
Yeah, but he's...
I don't know why I always thought Maynard made those.
He's a great... I'm sure maybe he like directs them or something.
Yeah.
But like this guy... Adam Jones was like responsible. He was one of the people who special effects guys who made Jurassic Park, the original.
What?
Yeah.
Pac-Man Jones, the cornerback for the
absolutely.
former Tennessee Titans.
In between weed arrests.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Adam Pac-Man Jones is the fucking...
Yeah, there you go. You see, he's like, that's him.
Oh, wow. And he was in Tool? Yeah. What a fucking early 90s.
Oh, he worked on Pet Sematary. Look at him show. He's like a special effects guy, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome,
And he's in Tool, yeah. Like, his hobby of playing music outside of his day job of being a major special effects guy, and he's in one of the most...
iconic bands.
I'll tell you what, that's what I said as soon as the show was over. I said to a couple people around me, I'm like, when is there... If they're not first ballot Hall of Fame for what they do... what is?
I just feel like the first ballot, that's starting to feel more and more businessy, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, now that all the information's coming out that it costs like $50,000 to
absolutely
get your
true. And they won't, and also I bet they'll be sort of like standoffish about it.
They're not going to be like, we want to come join your club. They're Tool. Well, they're going to be like, fuck you.
Well, one, they probably won't perform.
No.
But I'm just saying for the pure name alone, what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was a fairness to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it wasn't just a guy who started it, as most Hall of Fames are. They'd be first ballot, dude. I mean, what a unique thing. I said how much I like Godsmack, and if Godsmack just headlined the thing, I would have been excited to go see them, and I loved them. But man, afterwards, holy shit!
It was you just got Tool on the brain.
Lou, what
and
happened?
now that
you find out good news, Lou got all excited and giggly.
Yeah, what are you laughing?
Nothing
about?
for the air.
Yeah, not.
Okay.
Well, you can't laugh like that and say no. What is it?
Yeah, you have a smile like you just fucking.
I'm just doing the best I can to help Dan with this girl that we've been talking about.
I mean,
and I found some really good, stuff online.
I mean, online. That makes it sound devious. But there's Ralph wasn't here to talk about dating. There's
I didn't know he was going to leave.
Really hot girl at Sirius. That Black Lou has been kind of my. Point guy on the dossier, the information.
He's been your Cyrano.
Yeah.
How about your pimp?
Witzke just said, "How about your pimp?" No, it's not that, but he's just Black Lou knows the office very well. He's got tentacles.
Oh yeah.
Black Lou's a man that can get shit done.
He's got a big old tentacle between them legs. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Haven't had a hot dog in decades.
Oh, dude, legitimately thought Jacob was saying that, and then looked over and was like, he's not talking at all. What's great is the volume that Lou has on these drops. It feels.
I just realized what he's making there. That's Terminator 2 right there, buddy.
Oh, the T-1000, the uniform. Oh, wow, he does the bullets where they all fucking come back. This guy's had his hand on all my favorite shit.
I know, and then Danny Carey happens to be an amazing guitarist. They're in a band together, and then sleeping on Danny Carey's couch is Maynard, the singer, and he goes, "Hey, we're putting this band. We're trying to get this band together. We're trying to work these songs out. Would you mind singing along with these songs and put some lyrics maybe down to them?" And that becomes that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, but that's all. That's
because you figure that band becomes Godsmack. Because what kind of lyrics you looking for? It's I don't know, man. I really get the fuck away from me, or I'll punch you in the face type thing.
Certainly leave me alone.
And then these guys are talking about the human genome.
Yeah, and they're talking about
shit. Yeah,
existence, heroin.
Yeah.
They're talking about heroin addiction and also different parallel universes.
It's really bizarre.
They're such a unique.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in the band's such unique talent, and they're such unique sound. And Jay said that recently they're going to start streaming their music, which they haven't done.
Finally,
I mean, people really need to
Apple doesn't have any Tool, and then to get no one.
They made a decision not to release any of their music on them. Kid Rock was a holdout for a while, and then he came around on that finally.
The Beatles came out with Apple Music. That was a big launch of Apple Music.
But
was
I mean,
all the Beatles catalog.
But Tool's just kind of no. But where are you going to go now? There's no more records.
Well, you want to capture a new generation with these iconic albums. I mean, there's only 4 albums. They're all incredible, and then I think the EP. Yeah. And they haven't put anything out since 2006. It's they need discovery.
Yeah.
And they're good. So to go back to what I was saying was, I think I might be in love with Yelawolf.
Yeah.
Now we just got to find out, am I? I saw him only from a distance, and then he was up in the VIP section with us for Tool, not really close to us. I was thinking about going and saying hi, but I felt like a jerk off.
Yeah.
When you see him up close, even he was pretty cool looking too. He's got head tattoo, a bunch of things I would never do.
Yeah.
But I love seeing when somebody else guy just goes for it like that. He has head tattoos, face tattoos.
Multiple songs with Kid Rock. Kid Rock might be your new guy.
He's from Alabama. I can't tell if it's ironic, but I think from his delivery, it seems like he's a very right wing, he's a guy, a lot of America first type shit. The crouch chanting USA, and I couldn't tell just from where we were with the monitors and everything. I'm I can't tell if the joke here is love America, but he's really saying fuck America, or if he's really but I think it seems like it's genuine.
I mean, just because it's an I love America message doesn't necessarily mean it's right wing. I know that's kind of the stance, but he could be coming from the outside.
No, but Kid Rock's right wing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
At the end of the day, I think his politics are pretty right wing. Yeah, you know what I mean. So these are country boys. Mm-hmm. These guys.
But this guy, it sounded like Rage. It sounded like Zach. It sounded like Zach singing at first.
Is this
Zach
music? I don't know if I want to hear even do you have a thing of him live doing something?
You want to get into him,
but look for something that's a real video though, not not a cell phone. But he had a cool cool
I saw him at Bumbershoot 5 years ago.
He's got a on stage. He's got an on stage with him. Yeah, he's got like fuck it. Yeah, this is kind of what he looked like yesterday. He's got an electric violin player on stage, and they all dress like they wear like ponchos and shit, like banditos almost, like Mexican banditos.
It was so cool, man. He's a really awesome performer. He was just jumping around the stage. I mean, really put on a show.
Look at his band for like hip hop.
It does seem in the vein of Kid Rock.
Yeah, very rock rap. I thought it was a little reminiscent of Linkin Park, just with the rock rap feel.
No, this song's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I want to see him do something like a little more hardcore. I don't know if anyone.
I don't know any of his music, so I don't know what to
callers out
search
there want
for.
to call Black Lou and tell us what's like, a kick-ass Yelawolf song.
Everyone has full arm into hand tattoos.
Yeah.
Everybody goes all the way to the hands.
Yeah, I mean, he really.
Not one person stopping at the wrist.
I kind of dug that too. His band all looks the part, but their thing is they all wear. I told you, like country, like not Western stuff, like country music, like Old West shit, like like the flat top.
I get it.
Cowboy
Listen,
hats.
as a duster guy,
and
I get it.
and the pullover like
I'm full on duster,
ponchos.
so I support all these moves.
Dude, straight up, dog.
Let's watch this video. Is this him?
Sure, play this.
With Juicy J?
Oh, yeah, it's Travis Barker drumming, so
a lot more hand tattoos.
Everybody get this motherfucker jumping. Footprints on the wall. Even the losers, the ones who don't fit in with this shit, we're gonna have a ball. Swing around on my spit, dosey do. Catfish spitting in the dough roll. I'm psycho white. Oh no, I'm a chili pepper in the nose mobile. Coming out for the kill. I don't gamble, I don't deal with these who's in this mass appeal. I just wanna get behind the steering wheel of boss in my truck. Big get drunk and run them up. Whatever single one of my misfits.
I thought we were getting bad examples. People are calling though, Black Lou. See what they say. What song we should listen to? I'll take some suggestions. We can take
Let's
this
go
into our
full
last
throttle.
break,
Yeah.
and then we'll find out.
Good morning, Yelawolf.
Then we're going to find out how far Dan's dick's going to run through this company.
Oh yeah, probably not.
How deep does it go?
Here's another video. Him live. This is yesterday.
It's not.
No.
This is not the show we saw because we saw him during the day, so he must have performed twice on Rock on the Range.
That's very possible. Yeah, he might have done main stage one night.
No, the quality's not great though.
Okay.
It's not doing him justice.
Yeah.
Well, hang on.
Thanks,
Black
Lou.
Lou's finding out right now. That's not very helpful. James says one of the songs he did with Kid Rock.
One of the songs.
Is there anyone in particular? It doesn't matter.
This Let's Roll video looks hilarious just because they're like. I always think it's funny when like the country boys like almost do a hip hop thing, but it's just with like big trucks and like Western stuff instead of Cadillacs.
They do the fucking country hip hop, like the big
Like
overblown.
I'll tell you what I'm enjoying
country
about
flossing.
this. Let me tell you what I'm enjoying about this and how much I know my brother. At this point in my life, Dan, you're my brother.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how well I know Dan Soder. Dan grew up with a bunch of fucking wigger hillbillies in fucking Aurora, and this guy makes him sick to it. This guy, Yelawolf, it makes Dan, it just takes him back to that jerk. Some guy named Chad he went to school with that treated him like a jerk off.
Chad was cool. It's just this one kid, Nick, I just keep thinking about watching this. I'm like, this fucker. No, it doesn't really bug me as much. I'm just not.
I don't know. You look at you're like.
He's really cool live. The performance.
I've seen him live. I saw him live at Bumbershoot, and I did think he was live. But every time I've heard it,
yeah, I'm not really enjoying anything we've heard recorded yet, unfortunately.
No, but I was just talking about that with Mumford and Sons. We're seeing them live was such an incredible experience, but I'm still not really into their studio music.
Well, that's really what I said to Christine. Why I wanted to bring this topic up. Even I go, I wonder if I was just feeling the vibe of this guy killing it at Rock on the Range. Because I said, I don't know. I said I could feel like this would also go a direction where I'd be like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But I heard some real, I'll tell you who I did. I heard some real hardcore metal people. Hang on. Box Chevy or Pop the Trunk. So Box Chevy or, and then and Joel says Catfish Billy is his most offensive song. Okay. So I'm curious to hear that.
So should I do Catfish Billy first or?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go with most offensive first. Yeah, it's not that I'm not like this guy stinks. I'm just kind of like
No, I know. I just feel like to me, this is a guy. I'm like, oh, I never met anyone like this guy. And you're like, oh, I met a whole bunch of these.
This isn't Aurora. This is Lake County.
A Wigger and Waiters.
Yeah, no, that's Lake County to the T. When you say that, I'm like, this is fucking nuts.
I said a white guy acting black wearing fucking full blown fly fishing gear,
wearing Carhartt.
Yeah,
going, oh man, I'll tell you, smoking blunts, man. These bitches don't. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
But I was gonna say, I heard,
fuck you, fat titted Neil.
And after this, we could check out, because I've never really watched much of his stuff, but a lot of metalheads I heard yesterday at Rock on the Range singing the praises of Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, I did a Guy
and
Court.
He was straight up real. He's rap.
I did.
I think right. Like
I did an episode with Guy Court with Machine Gun Kelly.
Really? How was he?
He didn't pay attention to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they didn't give a
But
fuck.
people said he was fucking really good.
Yeah, he's in the new.
And that's rap at a thing. But he's from Ohio,
and he's friends with Pete Davidson. He's in the new Motley Crue movie.
Yeah, he said he's Tommy Lee, right?
I think so.
That would make sense. But he's but he I wasn't there for him. I didn't get there in time. But people said he won. But he's also, again, seeing him in his atmosphere, he is Ohio. He's from Ohio, so that's like a big deal for them there. You know, he's a hometown boy. Is this yesterday?
It's Machine Gun Kelly. Sorry.
Oh, you know.
This is Cat.
Oh, play it, yeah.
Always got a bottle of Jackie, yo. I take my sips, I talk my shit, and I fight anybody that wants to go. Tall and slim, walk with a limp, cause my nuts are oversized. Fuck your dope and your alcohol, because your shit is overpriced. Hit the bootleg for 24 before I'm 21. Mathematics. Going to jail cause I'm drunk and pigly wiggly.
That's funny.
Here and I do my time cause I can't make bail on minimum wage. Nothing to do in the country but get drunk and watch that pendulum sway.
Well, he's got a good point.
Throw my middle finger up to the law.
I'm gonna start saying it like this.
Watch that pendulum sway. I like this a lot more.
Did somebody just? Oh.
You want to hear a girl's opinion? Because Amanda says "Till It's Gone" is the song to listen to. I'd give that a second too.
All right, so where are we at right now on Yelawolf? We're just pretty okay about him.
I feel like I will.
You came in being like, you met a girl and you go, she might be the next.
She might be the one.
She might be the one.
I feel like I'm gonna give him a Sonos swirl. I'm gonna give him around the Sonos.
That's all you can do. You know, I'm just glad I got Lord Huron a Sonos spin.
I haven't done that yet, by the way.
Good.
I'm gonna give him a Sonos spin.
Lights off Sonos spin.
Maybe you come by tomorrow before the show and give it a Sonos spin.
That Lost in Time and Space song is incredible.
Yeah, I don't even know what that one is yet, but I'm so locked on the one. But I'll tell you what, but you got a lot of people like, on Twitter and stuff, our social media.
One guy wrote,
pointing that out.
He goes, I don't like your stupid feely man rock because now I'm feeling stuff. That's funny.
Yeah, and someone says pure black void.
Yeah.
Let's hear Till It's Gone. Amanda says that's the song to listen to.
Is this going to be the final opinion on Yelawolf?
Yeah, we'll take this. And, yeah, for sure.
I like that. I know that watching him live, like to not know somebody's music at all and be captured by them says something.
He performed it, dude. I dug it. I dug his thing. I thought he looks cool as shit. But, you know, it's also what looks you envy in the world. Like, Dan, I don't know if you think he looks cool as shit because you don't wish the world would accept you with face tattoos like I do.
I think everyone should look like Tully Blanchard.
Just a well-built dad body.
Yeah, just a barrel-chested dad body.
Not too much definition, but, you know, he's some solid piece of meat.
You know, like I can bust out 75 push-ups, no questions asked. I'm kind of getting into this.
Yeah, me too. I think he did this. I think this was a song he did yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
One of the ones we saw, and I did. I think
he on the set list.
He dances around kind of when he's singing. I just like, you know what it is? Again, this is a thing I feel, and every time I do goddamn Comedy Jam, I say to myself, like, I'm gonna be a front man on this one now. I'm gonna really go for it. And the most I ever do, Dan, the most I ever pull off is like I try to sing it like a frontman and go for it singing wise. Yeah. But I just like when lead singers, man, like go just dance around on stage a bunch and just do cool posing sort of. And
dude, the lead
singer.
I say
when he did his acapella like and like he was just like with his foot up on an amp like with the mic up in the air and like it's just like it's very posturing that I can't do without laughing at myself.
So
but I
there's-
love that they can do it.
The lead singer of St. Paul and the Broken Bones, Ari, Greg Stone, and I went and saw him, and he's like a kind of overweight dude in glasses, kind of nerdy looking, wears a cheetah suit. Most of the performances, he's just fucking selling out that you're like, this guy is working for it.
Yeah.
And it makes me like the band even more. He climbed the amps, and he's like, kind of said, like a sloppy, like, you know, short, stout guy with glasses, kind of nerdy looking, but he's fucking selling out to the point you're like, man, this makes this band way better to see him live. Is
Right.
when you
Well,
see him.
it's amazing. Listen, being the front man of something, if you have the charisma, you can make somebody who's not that cool.
Very cool.
Look fucking super cool.
And St. Paul and the Broken Bones, when I saw them, see, like, look at him. Like, he looks like an insurance salesman.
Holy shit, Dan.
I wasn't, did I say he's cool looking?
No, you sold it. You undersold how not cool looking he is.
But I'm telling you, watch him live. He fucking, when he jumps around, that you're like, I'm into this.
No, I'm sure. And the music's good too.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. But there's something more, my envy comes much more from like the cool guys who also are cool.
Okay.
I love they don't feel silly. Listen, you're already singing, which is to some degree
I feel the dumbest.
silly.
That's when I feel the dumbest.
And then on top of it,
dumb.
just like the way, and I thought he was that. I thought the way he like danced around stage and like just like bumped to his own music. Basically, it just was cool. I thought it was really he was impressive. Should we take our last break and come back and find you some love?
Rest his head on a pillow made of concrete.
I don't think there's anything to find.
Yeah.
I mean, she just works here. And she's hot. There's
Sorry,
nothing.
I want to let Lou get. I know he's traveling abroad to go see fucking corduroy jacket rock.
Oh, dude, we gotta watch that little tape. By the way,
Dickhead.
Lou, we'll be having.
It's just one thing. It's just one thing.
Lou, we'll be having a pleasant time.
You called me fat on the fucking Lost tape, so I'm
When did I call you fat?
mad at you. So
When did I call you fat?
you said that my brother was skinny and better looking than
It's not what I said. I didn't say anything about
skinny faced.
Didn't say
Skinny necked?
I said skinny necked.
and having a good time. So you called me sad and fat. You fuckhead.
I didn't call you sad and fat. I said your brother. Wow, this is a real turn.
By the way,
I've been harboring it for 2 hours. So.
and also,
Are you really?
Yeah.
What are you harboring? I said your brother. Listen,
to hear him call Lou fat, listen to the Lost tapes on June 7th.
Lou, it was everything in my power. I was trying to not say the words, your brother looks like a hand job on Instagram, because he's your brother.
I didn't. I just took it wrong. I probably did take it wrong. But now that you put Pearl Jam on top of that, I'm angry.
That's dude. I get that. That's,
I have to fight Lou.
That's the.
I don't want this.
That's the clear and the red juice from Die Hard with a Vengeance. You mix it, you get the ultimate bomb. It just blows up.
I was literally only because he left the room so quick. I guess to go punch a wall and yell my name.
Yeah. I'll tell you this,
I'm inviting everybody to Memorial Day barbecue.
I wouldn't do that because Lou's running hot.
Can you come to Memorial Day barbecue?
I don't know. I gotta talk to Lou.
I'll see how much weight I can lose by the time it comes around.
I'm not talking to you, Porky. You probably couldn't tell because you can't see over your cheeks. But I'm talking to Dan.
That's the pot calling the kettle disgusting.
Oh, guys, come on. Let's all come together.
Let's come together over my dad and brothers.
Over his dad and brothers having the cutest relationship I've ever seen.
I love
We're
you,
gonna
bro.
work
I'm
this
just
out.
kidding. I love you. I'm just fucking
I love
around.
you too, Lou. We're gonna take our last break and then
Dude, we
we'll
gotta come back with that little Tay video.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah,
we
for
gotta
sure.
come back and watch that.
We're not gonna find Dan Love today, I guess.
There's nothing to find love. Black Lou's is going to tell me she has a boyfriend right now.
That's all it's coming. We'll be right back, everyone. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
So familiar.
Pearl Jam. You ever see Pearl Jam?
Oh, it was well worth the wait, right?
Me and Lou made up.
It really made up. It was really staring over some fog music, and then it just fucking blasted you.
Me and Lou were made up. We were able to get past everything.
Oh, the kissing was hot
It was
and
hot.
heavy.
It was.
Jacob turned his neck.
Yeah.
He went,
Wow, ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I haven't seen this much passion in a room since I was at a Lamont.
God damn it, I blew it. I was trying to think of the lambada.
I thought that Lou was holding on to
think of
anger.
lambada.
The Forbidden Dance?
The Forbidden Dance. No, I get it. I know. I remember when the moment happened, because that's why I went back to you for a story, because I didn't realize because you go up, because Jay was like, "Oh, skinny," and you're like, "I saw you get mad."
Yeah.
But I thought it was you trying to tell a story. I didn't know it was you getting mad.
I called him thin-necked.
I got over it.
Oh, well, we know, Jay.
I got over it, but it just hit me wrong again.
I was. It was so funny because I was picking my words, watching not to insult Lou's brother.
Well, you insulted Lou.
I know, and Lou's like, "I'm insulted." I'm like, "No, I was." What are you talking about?
That was the opposite of what I wanted to do.
Jay can see that he's the skinnier, more fun one, and now the whole world knows.
Hey, that's not true at all, dude.
I mean, really? You know, I walk through the hallways here with Dan fucking Swing Dick Soder
That's not true
crushing
at all.
all the Sirius XM box.
You're just mad I've got laser eyes, and I'm not crushing any box.
No, I know, but you can, and the girls always like you.
You stop it.
I am the ugly duckling of the bonfire.
That's not true at all.
It's totally true.
It's not true at all.
Yeah,
you're
it's raining pussy in you. I just get Christine.
You suck.
You suck.
get enough pussy.
That's so funny, dude. That's such
No, she means like in size. Christine's got a huge pussy.
Oh,
I get a lot of pussy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's such a.
You get your share of pussy.
That's such like a funny mom. You have candy at home tone.
You have candy at home.
There's
Jay,
pussy for sure. Relax.
Jay, you have pussy at home.
Fucking relax.
Let's calm down. Dan doesn't have a family. Dan's lonely.
You know what's so funny, man? I've been using these fucking
relax.
I have to use these drops for my eyes since I got laser eyes, and like, you know, I said they look like. What did I say they look like? They look like not morphine.
Methadone.
Like methadone things that you just strip off because you know they're like disposable eye drop things. But the tops that you have to turn off, I just discovered 9 in my back jean pocket, and I'm like, I should wear different pants more.
I was gonna say more of a problem is if a cop stops you, it looks like you're like the top of like a drug.
He goes, "You've been using?" I go, "Hey, officer." He's like, "What's wrong with your eyes?" We're bringing up Bad Barbie.
I just had to
Bad Baby. For the love of God, someone on the show's got to get her name.
I will never call her the right name, and I'll tell you that right now.
I think she looks gorgeous.
She looks beautiful.
And
really
by the way,
does.
and tasteful.
Tasteful. Good job.
She went to the Billboard Award. I mean, look at Taylor Swift being a slut pig right next to her.
Yeah, the butt showing.
Good for her.
Yeah, she really cleaned up nice and looked super cute.
Well, a video came out today that I saw from is actually someone camper tagged you, me, and the bonfire on this on Instagram. That's how I saw it. But Snoop Dogg put up a clip of Lil Tay, who obviously is part of this whole shit club, not the Breakfast Club. It's like the shithead club.
I thought she was Asian. You were saying she just probably eats shit.
Oh no!
You know, on video.
I would have said dog.
On video or whatever.
No, she
dog.
A dog. She is getting coached. Obviously, like her mom got fired from the real estate firm for making these videos, and now the video came out with the green screen of her doing her shit talking video, but it's her brother coaching her. You watched this too, right, Black Lou? Yeah, because
I have not seen this.
Oh, because Snoop Dogg wrote, "I found this tape of Lil Tay being coached by her brother on how to be more ignorant. She needs to be in school learning how to be a little girl, not dumbass grown person facts."
Nice sentence there, Snoop Dogg. I don't know what the hell that even means.
I was halfway through a push-up when I wrote this. I don't know.
I started to stroke out in the middle.
I'm starting to do these new sets where I type as I do my push-ups. It's welcome back to In Shape Snoop Dogg.
I'm getting a mizzle in my arm mizzle.
Oh, check out the definizzle in my tri-sizzle. Oh, I'm blasting my pec hizzles. And the Snoop Dogg gonna say triangle push-ups till the day I die.
I'm getting tingizzles in my fingizzles.
Oh, I can crip walk on my hands now. That's how much power I have.
Look, you're making him muscular. I'm making him have a stroke.
Yeah. I go, Jay, he's in shape now.
Oh, I'm tasting nizzicles.
Oh, I think it's over for the big Snoop Dizzle. I'm losing the feeling on my left sizzle.
Is that the heart attack sizzle?
Oh, nizzle.
Or is that the stroke sizzle?
Check me smizzle. If it's sideways, I'm having a strizzle.
That makes sense that is all stroke talk.
Strizzle, dizzle, fizzle, wuzzle.
Snoop, you all right? He goes, sure.
Snoop, your smile looks like it's fainting. I've been going to the gym mizzle.
Oh, smelling buzzle.
Yeah, I'm smelling burning tizzles.
Some of the protein shakes got me drooping on my left sizzle.
Dude, that made me, for some reason, this was a long time ago, but do you remember
I
stroke?
have to go to physiotherapy.
He goes, I need to relearn how to use my muscles on my left sizzle.
I have to go to physikizzle. Therapizzle.
Remember when we did Sam Elliott with a stroke? I forgot stroking Sam Elliott. Do you forget? That was
Elliott?
That was like early in the bonfire. Really.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever get to Montana, damn, I can't feel the right side of my face.
I am trying mountain.
Well, dude, that sounds like a problem that must have. Steve forgot how much fun it is to do Sam Elliott having a stroke.
I like it happening in the middle.
Well,
you know, when you head into the mountains and you see a horse and because you always see the newscasters it happens to.
Yeah,
that's what happens. They start just talking nonsense and go, and then you get yourself a campsite set up, and then you find out
when you're drinking a cold Coors Light, you realize you have water fresh from the American mountain.
They look up at you. They go, beans. You go, Sam, you okay? He looks at you. He goes, beans. He says the words.
And cut. Sam, what's going on? He goes,
beans.
Is there a campfire?
I think I'm just tired. I'm probably just tired.
I'm gonna need to lay down.
Anyway, so this is the video that Big Snoop Dogg, the Big OG, put up. Little Tay getting coached.
No, wait. Go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch. You still. You out
I mean,
here.
pause this. Does her brother have a hilarious Asian accent? Because this is going to be about a 3-episode show.
You tell
dude,
them.
go back.
You the bitch ass niggas.
Dude, if this guy has a hilarious Asian accent, I don't know. We're going to have to fucking.
Oh, you're a super broke, yeah?
Dude, it's going to sound like Last Dragon.
You're broke. You're broke ass bitches, you say to them.
Dude, if you. All right, keep playing. I'm sorry.
I just went back.
Yeah.
Go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch. You still, you out here, out here like with your irrelevant ass. You making a video on me? Like, bitch, I'm way more irrelevant than you. You're trying to be relevant and you trying to be like me.
Mommy, stop! I was filming.
That's so great.
Popping on.
I mean,
YouTube right now.
it really is just like this little girl's just being. Remember when you told your like younger family members to say crazy shit and they'd say it at barbecues and you're like, this is fucking hilarious.
We used to lock my little brother in a closet and laugh until we make him say the N-word. And he didn't want to. We just knew he didn't. We just knew he was nervous to say it. We just lock him in the closet and he would say it.
Is that an Oakerson's Groundhog Day?
It was just like it didn't make any sense. And then he would say it, and then we'd all go, it's hilarious. He said, he's 8.
But it really is. It really is one of those things where you say crazy shit. You have a little kid say something crazy, and you're like, they're not supposed to talk like that.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And then they just film it, and then her brother has what I can only be described as a Tokyo Drift accent. It's because it sounds like it's in Fast and the Furious. Where he's
is it too harsh? Is it pretty harsh, you think?
No, it's not pretty harsh, but it is like in a movie where he's like, you want to race me? Wow, check it, white boy. You're going to have a real problem.
Yeah.
Something you don't know about us is we go the fastest all the time. Hey, someone tell this pink-skinned asshole he about to get his pink slips taken.
You're about to get your shit rocked, Holmes.
Hey,
Am I
bro,
right?
I use a lot of hair gel, and I look what comes to to be comfortable white denim.
I'll tell you what the Asians pull off better than anybody is a lot of shaved part of their head and then some long hair in a part.
So cool.
They pull it off great.
Solomon Pake.
There's a fucking, even the kid at our laundromat, this new kid that got working there, he looks like the most uncomfortably quiet, weird kid, but his hair is pretty cool.
Dude, this kid I went to...
It lays so straight.
This kid Solomon that I went to middle school with, he had the whole shape, he had like the fucking down the middle, and it would wrap around to the side, but it looked fucking awesome.
Because even the little wispy pieces just hang really cool.
Hang so cool. God, I have such clunky white dude hair. That's why I'm glad I got a haircut. I have such fucking box head white animal hair. It just gets oddly curly at certain points where you're like, just grow flat and long like Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Can I just have JTT hair?
These are not great examples of what I'm talking about.
Little K.
Look up funky Asian dude haircuts.
Mom, I'm recording a video on thoughts. Stop!
I'm being fake racist.
Here, let's go back a little so you can watch her be a little girl and then being coached with her brother.
And you trying to be like me.
Mommy, stop!
Mommy.
I was filming! Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
Hold on, it's just funny. It's just funny to hear her brother act like a real director. He goes, I'm not believing this. Where is Little Tay? Because all I'm looking at is a confused little Asian bitch that doesn't know how to sell a YouTube video.
You're like, find your motivation.
All right, ready? Let's strike that. Yeah, can we strike that from the left? She's looking over there. Great. All right. Are you guys set up? Lights? Ready? Are we rolling? Speed? Okay.
Action.
Go. Become Little Tay.
You're gonna be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here. Wait, what did he say again?
You still irrelevant, like I said last time.
I'm sorry.
What did I say?
Line.
I'm a trend maker, and you a trend follower. You a Lil.
You know what's funny about that is really it's kind of what I expected from the get-go anyway.
Yeah.
Bunch
of bullshit.
And I'm telling you, in hindsight, man, I don't think her mom needs to be fired from a job.
No,
I don't get that. I think it's actually a bullshit firing.
I think that's a tactic.
Well, I think the firing was based around the fact that they were filming in the houses and that type of stuff, which they shouldn't have been doing.
Sure. I guess, but I mean, like,
but that tactic of like firing people,
you're firing moms or daughters,
fucking up on social media, and people getting fired is like that shit's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but the mother's got a good argument where she said the thing. She's like, I guess no one's getting it, but it's like she's doing like a character. What's like you know what I mean? Like,
we saw,
and then you see it's like for sure now. I mean, not that anyone thought it was a real personality thing. It was always going to be fake.
What a monster that kid would be if it was a real person.
But even more than fake, it's like rehearsed even.
Yeah.
And that makes it even less offensive to me in some way. It's like she's really just trying to get YouTube clicks like a little kid.
Well, what's funny is you see she's doing this and she's being coached.
Tim Sum. That's great.
But it's funny because it's she's obviously being coached into doing this, but then you see Danielle Berjoli, who's just straight up trash, and she's just like, she's just coming out. She's just coming out like, "I'll fucking kill you," and it's like, oh, you just need to be hugged. It's more heartbreaking.
The problem is, I do believe what happened with this girl, though, rehearsing or not, is like, again, you start becoming like
the character.
Well, she's so. I'm saying she's so young.
Would you say she's Little Tay? I'm sorry.
She's so young, is what I'm saying. Is that like she's young and impressionable?
Yeah.
So she became it a little bit because she's hanging out with that Whoa Vicky chick and shit.
Yeah.
She became it
straight up on drugs these days.
Yeah. She became this character because the world started to know her like that, and she started living it about. Because this doesn't even the face she's making in this little recent video she has right here, it doesn't even seem like the same kid who was looking at her brother like, what? How do I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she figured out how to say it.
No, I know, but now I'm saying the world sees, I guess, so they're telling her to kind of walk with your chest out of this thing. And then it kind of just ends up going too far.
Fuck me.
But her mom getting fired, I think, is absolute bullshit.
I mean, could you just imagine being a fad like this, like a phase, like when you're like, it's like the What's Up guys, like that's what the new What's Up guys, where you used to have a commercial where you'd be like, pass me the pepperoni, like you can pass me the pepperoni guy. It's like Party Down. It's like that whole basis of that thing.
We were talking on break though about like the fears of fame and even like fear of like not being famous.
Well, we know people that have gotten famous that you kind of see see them start treating that like that's the norm, and you're kind of like that isn't the norm.
Well, some people treat it like that's the norm. Some people are gripping onto it for dear life, and it becomes a different thing versus being like
up and down.
You know, I said this to Christine, and I don't know if this is the. I don't want to sound negative because I love having fans and I love meeting people. I do, you know what I mean? I like meeting the fans on the road and doing it. I feel like I can't please everybody in those situations. It makes me feel very awkward.
Yeah.
Because I'll see a person waiting and I'll even know at a point I go, they've been standing there for 15 minutes, and every time I even make the move to them, I'm being infiltrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's weird when you have eye contact with someone, then someone just cuts right in and you're like,
it's very awkward but I was saying, like, even walking through Rock on the Range, man, like, I'm like, it's so weird. It took so long. The first time I'm feeling the effects of like really walking around in something like that.
Yeah.
And having a lot of people just know, and that's simply because of I've done those tours and stuff like that.
No, but that's great.
I'm not going to walk. I don't walk around Walmart and have people stopping constantly. No way. But in those realms, in those worlds where I can walk around and feel that thing, it's weird. It took 20 years of doing comedy without that happening.
Well, I think,
and now I feel so. It's like I'm like I don't know. It's like I just kind of want to like go like sit here and like watch the show and not like I mean I feel bad almost like
I want my food and I want to watch my Maynard.
You feel bad. I mean, almost you feel weird being like a distraction in some way, and you know what I mean. And then like somebody wants to talk to you during a concert or something like that. Even you're like, and then I don't know how to be like, hey man,
I'm just trying to watch this thing.
And that was things like that just happen. So when you get it at a young age and it blows up so quick, you know what I mean? Like
but this burns quick and it's done.
No, I understand. It burns
Little
quick,
Tay will be. I guarantee she won't be around in a year.
Right. My point being, like for me, I'm saying I never had a grip on something that I lost. Everything's been like plateau, a little upward movement, plateau, a little upward movement, and then bigger jumps with the help. By the way, all through help of other people.
But that's
bigger and bigger jumps. But I have
what you're talking about is a natural progression. Versus, I think this day and age with social media and with the internet, people expect to blow up so fast. And in the music industry, it can happen very fast. Where a band with one album can go. I mean, I watched
music particular. That's why one hit wonder is a term.
Yeah, it is. And I remember like watching Alabama Shakes go from like a sought after band at South by Southwest in 2012 to fucking headlining Bonnaroo 3 years later for 50,000 people while we're on mushrooms on the side stage. Yeah. It's surreal. And you're like, I remember seeing not to hipster it up, but it's true. Like I remember watching Alabama Shakes do a bar show at South by Southwest, and everyone's like, "These guys are awesome." And then we're all standing there on the fucking risers watching them perform to a fucking literal sea of people. You're just watching that out.
We were gonna go out front, but
yeah, some of us get bossed around by hot pussy. Okay, it's just who we are.
I'm saying almost,
but I'm saying with what you're talking about is rising and plateauing. Rising and plateauing is the natural progression because you're getting better, you're becoming stale with what you're doing, you're getting better, you're getting stale with that and rising and getting better, whereas that's got to be terrifying to get shot to the top. There's people like Pete Davidson where I'm like genuinely like worried, like how can do you get the bends? What happens when you're shot up? Because it's good to be slept on, and I feel like young people don't hear that ever because they're here like blow up, you're the most special. It's like no, go fail, suck for a little bit, get better, then get more recognition, then suck, then take losses.
Pete had a nice amount of suck in his life, though. In fairness,
no. I'm not saying that.
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I'm just saying.
I'm saying with comedy, he was famous by the time he was 19.
Absolutely,
that's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like most of us got our first TV sets when we were 20. How old are you? 25, 26?
Well, are we counting Comic View? 19.
Yeah, 19. So there you go. So you're the Pete Davidson via Comic View. But I'm saying like Nate and I have had this conversation, and it's like when you're 25,
legit TV credit. I was 25.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's when, and Pete was on SNL at 19. So it's like that's crazy. That's crazy. And there's people we know like that have just gotten fame, in a fast way where you're almost like I would never want that, because then it's like you step outside and you're in a different world.
Well, so we say the thing you do, and you've been doing comedy a decent amount of time now too.
Yeah, 15. I think I'll be 15 years this year.
Right, I'm 20.
Yeah,
and what's funny is what you build through that though is that's what I do like about that is like it can't be
Take it away.
You can't take. I mean,
that's the Bill Burr
they could take away this radio show.
But that's
for sure.
But that's the Bill Burr.
But me
that's
and you
the
can
Joe
do
Rogan.
this on our own. Sure. And it's not that I love doing like the actual radio, like this job, particularly at Sirius and everything. I love, and that could be taken away, I guess. But
at any moment,
she like Little Tay, like. You could just be told one day, it's like, oh, this is a rap. Like, you don't have any talent. Like, you were a story.
We can't go anywhere with this.
So you can't take away, like, the thing, that is what's nice. So that's what the reminder, too, is of the fans at these things and the Rock on the Ranges and these guys waiting to talk to us after these shows, that's just literally all built off of what it is you do. They just latched on to what you do.
But that's why
this goes fucking, and that's what I'm saying. The process of that, like, this girl at 16 will be a fucking 8-year wash up of going like, it's like, I was Little Tay, and everyone's gonna be like, I don't know what that was. Remember what that was? And then you could show the video and you could be like, this was popular for a second, and she's like, I mean, literally a second.
But it really is that thing. It's like, if you're not going to have that fast meteoric rise, you have to learn a different skill, which is patience. You have to learn kind of be like, keep getting better, keep going, because it does become a thing like Bill Burr, where he was just the funniest dude around, but no one was blown, and then now he's good. Now he's always going to fucking have fans that want to go see him do stand-up. He's one of the best of all time.
Oh, yeah. It's a larger conversation that I want to almost, we have to stop here in a second.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about this tomorrow? If you promise to talk about this tomorrow, I'd love to talk, because I want to use the examples of, see, like Bad Baby, for instance, right?
Yeah.
Talking about, or who's the girl now that Cardi B?
Yeah,
she's great. Cardi B is so popular right now.
I mean,
she's
biggest,
popular.
Biggest artist, I would say, like music artist, in the past 2 years.
But when you use the term, now you even talk about
as far as underground getting big, and then now, I mean, she's.
And I'm not shitting on this girl at all, because I don't know anything about her and very little about her music. But like Nicki Minaj, like you see, it's like you could watch, like it's almost a rap. It's almost.
I watched her performance on SNL, and it was kind of like.
I'm sure it's fine and whatever it is. I might listen. Their new videos are kind of cool. I'm just saying, like, do you understand what I'm saying, Lou?
But I also think that's
it's like there's that thing when they first like Cardi B in 2 years is going to be like, oh yeah, Cardi B. The same way, who are they talking about when they go back? Lady Gaga, dude. That's a great fucking example.
But here's where you
like no bigger star, and now it's like she's still a star.
She's still a star.
I'm not arguing she's still a star, but when you're not the flavor of the tastemakers now, and I'm talking about not even tastemakers, the tasters themselves.
Yeah.
It's like a 13-year-old kid now is not seeking out Lady Gaga.
But look at what happens, because someone that we have very short memories of remembering where people come from. But you got to remember that's why Beyonce is who she is, because she's fucking battled that for over 20 years. Because I'm talking about 18 years ago, she's on TRL while I'm fucking smoking weed in my backyard as a 16-year-old doing Say My Name. And then now she's got the most memorable Coachella set of all time. She's Queen Bee. She's the fucking top. She's bigger than Jay-Z.
That's why Jay-Z and her won't break up. Like they
have an empire.
Their whole marriage is like Jada Pinkett and whatever.
Yeah,
you've made your life now like a machine.
But what I'm saying is,
of money.
Beyonce has been the flavor, and then gone down, and then come out with an album that no one was ready for. But she's working her ass off.
Same as like Janet Jackson. You can reach. Listen, if you conquer all odds and become icon status,
which is very rare.
Icon status is going to look. I mean, if you're going to say that, I mean, you too can still sell at any football stadium in the country.
But look at it. It's like Chappelle, Chris Rock. Chris Rock is an icon.
Absolutely.
Is a dude that you like. And
but how about you look at, and this is not a dig on him, because I think he's very funny, but it's just Dane Cook. Yeah. Man. Dane Cook.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you get to the top,
crazy.
How many titles do you win? Do you keep winning titles, or do you go win one and then you just spend all your energy on that one and then you kind of fade away? But it's like, I mean, to think of Dave Chappelle walking away. I remember when he walked away from Chappelle's show. I mean, Dave Chappelle's my favorite comedian of all time. When he walks away from Chappelle's show, you're almost like, where does it go from here? And you're like, oh, he's so good. He by the way, went out and got his own fans, did his own thing, and then slowly builds up to now he's winning Grammys. Now he's doing all the specials. Right. Now he's back to being where he was supposed to be, which is at the top.
Yeah.
Where it's always that kind of thing where it's like, you got to let go sometimes in order to go forward. And sometimes the people that are holding on tight don't really keep moving forward.
Look, Kev was able to jump over into movies. Kevin Hart was able to jump over into movies. So his star will be legit for his whole career, for sure, without a doubt. He's past that point now. But I said Dane Cook's a great example of that, though. And I think that's almost the point to be made. If your thing you do really connects to the people who are like like the consumers of that kind of stuff. And so for Dane Cook, it was like college kids. And they were like, this is our guy.
Yeah.
Like in 4 years.
Will they be your guy?
They won't. The next batch of people just have. Before 4 years later, that college kid freshman goes like, "You guys don't know about Bo Burnham?
Yeah,
Bo Burnham, man, and he's doing these crazy things."
And what's funny is at that time when Dane Cook is doing all this stuff, you got a guy like Bill Burr who's maybe doing what we're doing right now, going around the road, fucking getting better.
Absolutely,
not selling
tons
out,
of college,
not selling out, but doing
shows,
colleges, but just doing stuff where there's like where a 22-year-old guy is like, Dane Cook is the best. I'm going to pay for his pay-per-view. 7 years later, is going, Bill Burr's the best comic on the planet.
Not only that, they're also going like, fucking I like Dane Cook in college, but no, it's just goofy. And they turn on him in some way.
By the way, Dane Cook's, I saw him at the Patrice benefit a couple of years ago. Made me laugh. Made me laugh hard.
He's never not made me laugh.
Yeah, I
think Dane Cook's funny.
Well, that's kind of the thing about all of this is that fame is supposed to be a side effect of talent.
Yeah, or success.
Talent or success. It's not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be famous just for being famous. There's always been the term 15 minutes of fame, and people lose sight of
spectacle.
that.
I said it was a larger conversation. It's 8 o'clock. We got to go.
Yeah, I got.
But let's pick this up tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want
I
to
like
hear
this
us
conversation.
Suck our own dicks talking about the industry.
No, we're not sucking our own dicks. We're telling you that we have not reached our success yet.
Oh yeah, I'm still sending waitresses home on the road. Speaking of which, you can catch us.
Thank you to everybody who came out this weekend in Grand Rapids. I do want to say that it was an amazing weekend, and Rock on the Range. The fans that came up, dude, huge Bonfire fans.
Shout out to LASIK Plus in Williamsburg for giving me the laser eyes that I've
hell
always
of a
wanted.
weekend, man. Hell of a weekend.
And Jay, this is serious. Get the fuck out to Las Vegas, Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's what's gonna be called when I'm out there.
Tuesday, June 5th, Las Vegas. Go get tickets to see Big J tape his half hour for Netflix. It's going to be fucking awesome. The Degenerates. He's going to be taping with Lisa Traeger and the mystery guest. So make sure you go check out, go to tblus.com/Netflix Vegas. All one word, Netflix Vegas, and then use the code Bonfire for priority seating. Go do this. And then, of course, listen to Big J and Ralph Sutton on the SDR show at gasdigitalnetwork.com.
And then Danny Sode's Laser Eyes. Those laser eyes, he's going to be flying them out to Comedy Key West and Key West, Florida. That's this weekend, yeah?
Yes, sir.
The 24th and the 25th. That's Friday and Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday, he's going to be at Laugh It Up.
No. That's I'll be in Key West Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday in Poughkeepsie.
Sorry. Yes, you're right. Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday at Laugh It Up in Poughkeepsie. Justin Silver going to be on that show with you too. So go say hi. See the show. For tickets and all their tour dates, visit dansoder.com. And of course, season 3 of Billions. 2 more episodes?
Three more episodes. It's going to get good.
3 more episodes. Airs Sunday, of course, 10 p.m. only on Showtime. Follow us at The Bonfire, SXM, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
I love you.
And what a fun day, man.
Fun day. Good to be back. It's weird to do this show without wearing glasses.
I got one more. I got Legion of Skanks, and then I get to go not be doing something and get more than 4 hours sleep in the past 72.
Rest those bones.
I'm going to rest my bones. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Crackle, crackle.